In this video, I will discuss some gravity problems from previous year's question papers of JEE Main. This is the first question. If G is acceleration due to gravity on Earth's surface, the gain in potential energy of an object of mass m raised from the surface of the Earth to a height equal to the radius r of Earth is. You can pause the video and attempt this question. So the gain in potential energy is the final potential energy minus the initial potential energy. The potential energy due to gravity is gmm by the distance. The final distance is 2r and the initial distance is r. So simplifying, we get the gain as gmm by r into half, and the force on the mass m on the Earth's surface is gmm by r square, that is equal to m into the acceleration due to gravity, that is g. From this we get gmm by r as mgr. So using that we get the gain in gravitational potential energy as half mgr. So the correct option is option 2. This is the next question. Suppose the gravitational force varies as inversely as nth power of distance, then the time period of a planet in circular orbit of radius r around the sun will be proportional to. You can pause and attempt this question. Here is the solution. So the gravitational force varies inversely as r raised to the power n, and gravitational force will equal the centrifugal force m omega square r. So 1 raised to the power 1 by r raised to the power n is directly proportional to m omega square r. From this we get omega, the angular speed, as directly proportional to, inversely proportional to r raised to the power n plus 1 by 2. The time period t is 2 pi by omega. So from that we get the time period t as directly proportional to the radius raised to the power n plus 1 by 2. So the correct option is option 1. This is the next question. Average density of Earth does not depend on g. Option 1. Option 2 is complex function of g. Option 3 directly proportional to g. Option 4 inversely proportional to g. G is acceleration due to Earth on the Earth's surface. You can pause and attempt this question. Here is the solution. So you have to relate the average density rho with acceleration to gravity g. The force on the mass m acting on a Earth's surface is gmm by r square, that's equal to the weight of the mass m, that is mg. So from this we get g as g into mass of the Earth, that is volume 4 by 3 pi r cube, into its density rho divided by r square. G is a constant, so from that we get g as proportional to r into rho. So you have to relate how the density and g are varying. So g is directly proportional to the density, so the correct option is option 3. This is the next question. The change in value in g at a height h above the Earth's surface is same as at a depth d below the surface of Earth. When both d and h are much smaller than the radius of the Earth, which one of the following is correct? D is h by 2, d is 3h by 2. So we still have to see how d and h are related when the fall in gravity at a height h is same as the fall in gravity at a depth d. You can pause and attempt this question. So the gravitational force outside of the Earth's surface is gm by r square, where m is mass of the Earth. So at a height h, it is gm by the distance is r plus h, because h is the distance from the surface. So the distance from the center is r plus h. So the fall in gravitational acceleration at a height h is the gravitational acceleration at the surface gm by r square minus at a height h gm by r plus h square. So we can take gm by r square commonly outside, and this will become 1 minus 1 plus h by r whole square. This is simple manipulation, and since h is much less than r, so this denominator can be approximated as 1 plus 2h by r. So when it goes to the numerator, it will become 1 minus 2h by r, and this minus sign will make it 2h plus r. So this is the expression, and gravitational force at a depth inside the Earth's surface, but at a radius r1 is gm, mass of the Earth of the radius r1 divided by r1 square, and mass of the Earth of radius r1, only that part, is volume 4 by 3 pi r1 cube into density rho divided by r1 square. So from this we get g at r1 as g into 4 by 3 pi rho r1. So at depth d, r1 is r minus d because d is the distance from the surface of the Earth. So it is g 4 by 3 pi r minus d. So from this we get the foreign acceleration due to gravity at a depth d as this one. At the surface it's r, at the depth it's r minus d. So this can be simplified as g to 4 by 3 pi rho into d. So when the falling gravitational potential energy, gravitational acceleration due to gravity is at height h and at depth d are same, we can equate these two and get a relation between h and d. So g will cancel, and simplifying we get 2h equal to d. So the correct option is option 3. This is the next question. A particle of mass 10 grams is kept on the surface of a uniform sphere of mass 100 kg and radius 10 cm. Find the work done against the gravitational force between them to take the particle far away from sphere. Gravitational constant G is 6.67 in 10 to minus 11 SI units. 4 options are given. You can pause and attempt this question. So a mass of 10 grams is kept on a sphere of mass 100 kg and radius 10 centimeters. So the work done in moving the mass from this initial position to the far away distance is final gravitational energy minus initial gravitational energy. The gravitational energy is minus gm by r, and the initial gravitational is the initial distance r. Initial distance is, the radius is 10 centimeters. So the approximate distance between the center of the two space is 10 centimeters only. So it is 0.1 meters. So this is the value using the value of g. And the final gravitational potential is r equal to infinity, that is 0. So the work done is final, that's 0 minus this quantity. So it will become plus 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 10. So the correct option is option 4. This is the next question. If G and Gm are acceleration due to gravity on surface of Earth and Moon respectively, and a Millikan all-round experiment could be performed on the two surfaces, one will find the ratio of electronic charge on Moon to electronic charge on the Earth to be. You can pause and attempt this question. The Millikan all-round experiment measures the charge of an electron, which is independent of the gravitational force. So the value of electronic charge on both Moon and Earth will be same. So the ratio will be 1. So the correct option 1.